Welcome to English Language for JSS 3, first term. Today we study oral English, specifically intonation patterns. This topic is regularly tested in the BECE. What is intonation? Intonation is the rise and fall of the pitch of the voice during speech. Just as music has a melody, spoken English has its own musical pattern, and that pattern carries meaning. Two people can say exactly the same words but communicate very different meanings depending on whether their voice rises or falls. Why does intonation matter? Intonation communicates meaning, whether a sentence is a question or a statement, emotion, surprise, anger, enthusiasm, boredom, sincerity, attitude, whether you are being polite or rude, certain or uncertain, grammatical structure, whether you are listing items or finishing a thought. In English, getting intonation wrong can cause misunderstanding even if your grammar and vocabulary are perfect. The two basic intonation patterns. 1. Falling intonation, a downright arrow, the pitch of the voice goes down at the end of the sentence. Falling intonation is used for statements, giving information the boy went to school, downright arrow Nigeria is in West Africa, downright arrow WH questions beginning with who, what, where, when, why, how, where are you going, downright arrow what is your name, downright arrow. Note, WH questions have falling intonation because they expect a detailed answer, not a yes/no. Commands and requests, close the door, downright arrow please sit down, downright arrow exclamations, what a beautiful country, downright arrow. 2. Rising intonation, upright arrow, the pitch of the voice goes up at the end of the sentence. Rising intonation is used for yes/no questions that can be answered with yes or no. Are you coming? Upright arrow is she your sister? Upright arrow do you like football? Upright arrow list all items except the last item, which has falling intonation. We need bread. Upright arrow butter. Upright arrow eggs. Upright arrow and milk. Downright arrow incomplete thoughts, indicating there is more to come. When I arrived at school, upright arrow polite request, rising can indicate extra politeness. Could you help me? Upright arrow tag questions, expecting agreement, when the statement is positive. The tag rises you're Nigerian, aren't you? Upright arrow. For rise intonation, or downright arrow upright arrow, the voice falls then rises. Used to show reservation, doubt, or contrast, I think so, downright arrow upright arrow, but I'm not sure. She's clever downright arrow upright arrow but lazy. Contrast, clever equals positive, but lazy equals negative follows. Intonation in connected speech. Nuclear stress, in every sentence, there is one syllable that receives the most prominent stress. This is called the nuclear stress or tonic syllable, and it is where the main pitch movement, rise or fall, begins. The nuclear stress normally falls on the last important content word in the sentence. Example, I'm going to Lagos, downright arrow, nuclear stress on Lagos, the destination. But nuclear stress can shift to change meaning. I'm going to Lagos, downright arrow, not someone else, I'm going. I'm going to Lagos, downright arrow, going, not coming back. I'm going to Lagos, downright arrow, Lagos, not Abuja. Tone unit, tone group. Connected speech is divided into tone units, chunks of speech, each with one nuclear stress and one intonation pattern. A tone unit is typically separated from the next by a brief pause. Example, when I get home I'll have dinner and then I'll sleep. 3 tone units, each with its own intonation. BECE intonation questions. In the BECE oral English section, you may be asked to identify whether a sentence has rising or falling intonation, choose which word receives the nuclear, main, stress, indicate where tone units begin and end in a passage. Strategy, read the sentence aloud in your mind. Ask yourself, is this a statement, WH question, or command? Falling. Is this a yes/no question or a list item, not the last? Rising. Find the last important content word that is the nuclear stress. Remember, intonation equals rise and fall of pitch during speech equals carries meaning plus emotion plus attitude plus grammatical structure. Two basic patterns, falling intonation, and a downright error equals voice goes down at N used for statements. Nigeria is in West Africa, downright error, plus WH questions. Where are you going? Downright error equals expects detailed answer. Plus commands, they close the door, downright error, plus exclamations. What a beautiful country, downright error. Rising intonation, upright arrow equals voice goes up at N used for yes/no questions. Are you coming? Upright arrow equals can be answered yes/no. Plus list, all items except last, bread, upright arrow butter, upright arrow eggs, upright arrow and milk, downright arrow, plus incomplete thoughts. When I arrived, upright arrow more to come. Plus polite request, could you help me? Upright arrow, plus tag questions expecting agreement, you're Nigerian, aren't you? Upright arrow. For rice, downright arrow upright arrow equals reservation plus doubt plus contrast. I think so, downright arrow upright arrow equals not completely sure. Nuclear stress equals most prominent syllable in sentence equals where main pitch movement begins equals normally on last important content word. I'm going to Lagos, downright arrow, shifting nuclear stress changes meaning. I'm going versus going to Lagos versus going to Abuja. Tone unit equals chunk of speech with one nuclear stress plus one intonation pattern. BECE strategy, statement/WH question/command equals falling, yes/no question/list, not last, equals rising, find last important content word equals nuclear stress. Thank you for studying English language with us today.